Imagine you bought a $100,000 worth of dream car of yours. You're so excited that you didn't even sleep at night. This feeling, the excitement, is what makes you extremely happy even before the car's arrival. Just dreaming about the car, how it will be shipped to your home in a cargo hold, your first time sitting in the driver's seat of your dream car. The next day, when the car arrives and you finally get your hands on your dream car, you feel great satisfaction and happiness. You drive it around, showing it to your friends and family. But then you realize something is missing, something that kept you up all night. The excitement that you had last night has vanished since you got what you were wishing you had for so long. The same thing happened when an experiment was conducted in 1954 by two scientists, namely James Olds and Peter Milner. They conducted an experiment that revealed the neurological reason behind every desire. By placing electrodes and blocking the release of dopamine, they saw the behavior change in rats. They killed their excitement and the rats didn't eat, didn't crave anything. They lost all will to live, and in a few days they died of thirst. Following up on the original concept of the study, other scientists did the same, but this time they poured little droplets of sugar into the mouths of the rats. Their faces lit up with pleasurable grins from the tasty substance. They liked it as before, they just don't want it now. In humans, this process is the same. When you like something, thinking about it makes you get a dopamine hit. The same happens with ice baths and drugs. Scientists refer to this as the difference between wanting and liking. You want something more than you like something. Andrew Tate always says, having things is not exciting, buying things is exciting. What he means by that is that when you have world-class things, you're not excited because you know it is there with you. When you buy world-class things, it is exciting because you don't have them yet. Now you're probably going to say, well, many gurus on the internet told us to control our dopamine levels. Why is that then? The answer is that most people are addicted to cheap dopamine that most people get from social media, drugs, and many more things. Addictive substances trigger an outsized response when they reach the brain, powerfully reinforcing the connection between consumption of the drug, the resulting pleasure, and all the external cues linked to the experience. Anything that gives you pleasure will trigger the release of dopamine into your body. They can be achievements, social media, drugs, jerking off, and many more ways you can get cheap dopamine hits. And as easy as it sounds, these cheap dopamine hits are literally programming you to live that same predefined life of acting on cues to cheap pleasure. You are literally frying your brain every time you search prawn on your browser. But there's also a way to make dopamine your ally, to find pleasure in small things that can actually benefit you. The best example is just going for that dumbbell, working out, feeling that masculine energy rushing through your veins, almost making you feel like a powerhouse. This brings us to the next chapter. You see, Tilda, the people who are not in their best physical condition think that working out or going to the gym is for the people who want to become physically fit or look their best or just to be in their top-tier physical condition. They somehow get this unlimited motivation to keep moving forward and grind, which is actually only partially true. And the reason behind is it's not the urge to look the best or be fit that makes them do those things. Still, the people who actually work out know that it's all mental. It's not just the body that you're building by working out. You're building your character. Each rep you train your brain that this pain isn't the pain you want to run from. This pain is directly linked to the future gains, which can appear minor at first, but what you know, Tilda, just by doing that, my friend, you unlocked something that is the key difference in a top performer and a bottom performer. You see, Tilda, that physical pain surpasses most of the emotional hurdles that you face in your daily life. Each time you commit to a workout session, that is a clear affirmation that you can push through the pain thrown at you, and that mentality starts to apply in your daily life. Each time you find something that is hard to do but needs to be done, your new mental persona knows that you can push through it and get it done because you already have done harder things in the past in the gym. This mentality that you develop by working out can get you where you want yourself to be. It can transform you as a person into a whole new persona, the one you wish to become. It teaches you discipline, one of the most valuable mental assets you can have. Once you have done that, now it comes down to eliminating distractions while you're still gathering knowledge from the internet about money and different business models, and just learning high-value skills and chucking them down your skill set chest, which brings us to the next chapter. The next step sounds very repeated. Every online guru you look at online nowadays boasts about how they were able to eliminate all the distractions they had and had monastic laser focus on their goal, which is actually how it is. They are not lying, but they're not showing you the whole picture. You see, Tilda, if you are watching this, highly likely you're someone who is willing to improve their life and is genuinely working on it. That being said, you know how hard it is to actually eliminate distractions from your environment. Many times you get that motivation to not do the things that distract you, but that doesn't last last long, does it? That is where I have personally found a way to bypass it after hundreds of trial and errors. That being said, last year I read a book called Atomic Habits, written by James Clear, the world-known specialist on habits. In that book, he talked about a process called habit stacking, which states you probably have very strong habits and connections that you take for granted each day. For example, your brain is probably very efficient at remembering to take a shower each morning, or brew your morning cup of coffee, or open the blinds when the sun rises, or thousands of other daily habits. You can take advantage of these strong connections to build new habits. When it comes to building new habits, you can use the connectedness of behavior to your advantage. One of the best ways to build a new habit is to identify a current habit you already do each day, and then stack your new behavior on top. This is called habit stacking. Habit stacking is a special form of implementation intention. Rather than pairing your new habit with a particular time and location, you pair it with a current habit. This method, which was created by BJ Fogg as part of his Tiny Habits program, can be used to design an obvious cue for nearly any habit. Link the start of your next habit with the end of your last one. With this process, you can literally keep yourself busy all day, doing the things which are already become your habits and now you enjoy doing them. Keep in mind, as you stack each habit on the top of another, start to remove the parallel bad habit, replacing it. For example, if you want to check Facebook but you need to exercise more, here's what you can do. After I pull out my phone, I will do 10 burpees. After I do 10 burpees, I will check Facebook. The need is to do 10 burpees, and the wanting is to check Facebook. And if you've come so far, then now I'm going to give you the foolproof formula of building a habit, making sure that it lasts as long as you want it to. This brings us to the next chapter. You heard the title. Now we are going to work on making sure that you are 100% sure that the habit you are trying to form will form no matter what. The more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely you'll make it a habit. A big factor in making habits attractive is engaging your dopamine response. Regardless of being about to experience the pleasure of incorporating a habit into your life, without dopamine present, the desire to make a change dies, and without desire, actions stop. So the best way to start a habit is follow the 2-minute rule, which says that whatever the habit you're trying to form, don't do it big and hard from the get-go. Do the easiest 2-minute version of it. For example, you want to start reading a book a week. Don't just read. Start by forcing yourself into 30 pages a day or 4 hours a day, because you already know, after the day 5 of reading the book that way, the act of reading the book will start appearing like a task, something which is you're totally not enjoying and forcing yourself each day. Eventually, one day your brain will make you stop doing the act, because human brain is designed like that. It wants to spare and store as much as energy as it can by doing the 2-minute version of the act. Let's say, starting by reading only 1 page a day. It's very easy. It takes 5 minutes maximum to finish a page, plus it's only 1 page, not 30. Plus now your brain knows that by doing this easy task of reading 1 page, you are gaining knowledge, which is a positive response. A dopamine hit will be released, and eventually your brain will start looking at the act of reading the book like a must-do thing, the same way you feel when you feel the urge of pleasuring yourself. With that, I hope you found this video valuable. And as always, I am rooting for you. I hope you make it.